Hello world, it is Tuesday, March 9th, and kind of an overcast day this morning, but it's supposed to be again a warmer one, possibly with some wind later in the afternoon, but still a nice day out. I've had to go back to using my onboard laptop camera, so the video quality may be different than what you've been experiencing. For some reason, my laptop keeps saying my new camera is being used by another app, and I have no idea how that's happening because there aren't any other apps using it. Anyway, the devotion for today is How Not to Carry Heavy Things, written by Vicki Kemper. And Vicki bases the devotion upon Psalm 81, verses 5 through 7 from the Message. I hear this most gentle whisper from one I never guessed would speak to me. I took the world off your shoulders, freed you from a life of hard labor. You called to me in your pain. I got you out of a bad place. And Vicki writes, the world is an impossibly heavy thing, and yet we do our best to carry it, working and worrying, stressing and burning out, as if its survival depends entirely on us. This is not to say we shouldn't want to carry the world's hurts and heart needs in our hearts, but rather that, as with any heavy load, how we carry them matters. Do we lift from the back or bend at the knees? Do we put down our burdens when we get tired, or do we insist on taking them all the way? Do we carry the load alone, or do we ask for help? Do we go all, they're not heavy, they're my sibling, in our best cheerful martyr voice? Do we keep inviting others to lean on us, or do we set healthy boundaries? You may be bearing burdens so pressing and personal that they feel as heavy as the whole world. Everything from numbing grief, crushing debt, struggling loved ones, to a lifetime of hurt and how to make it through this day. Well, the same principles apply. The same grace abounds. You are not called to life-sapping labor, but invited to find rest for your soul. You are not doomed to endless drudgery, but delivered into everlasting freedom. Come on out of your I got this hell. New life in God is waiting. And the prayer. Divine Deliverer, thanks for taking the load off my shoulders and carrying it in your heart. Well, in this devotion, a couple of things come to mind. One is this has been a tough year for a lot of people, and it's okay if you're struggling a bit. It's okay to break down every now and then. There's nothing wrong with that. And just lean on God. Look for God's presence in people and in places around you. I was recently listening to a podcast that talked about the importance of being out in nature to happiness. There's been actually scientific studies showing what it can do to you, to help you, to improve your well-being and your mental state. And so that the devotion also brings up the thought that if you are carrying heavy burdens, you need to find time to replenish yourself. Because if you're one of those people that just constantly gives, you're going to deplete everything you have, and you'll have nothing left to give. So it's important to replenish yourself and reconnect with God, reconnect with nature, however, whatever form that may take for you, but find a way to reconnect and to just take some downtime. But most importantly, know that you are loved and that you're not alone in all this. I hope you have a good day. I will talk to you again tomorrow.